Now, moving away from dancers, we're moving on to a group of guys who just want to have an impact in the world. Now, their vision is to promote a clean lifestyle for the youth, raise the bar in terms of entertainment, and promote youthful empowerment and drive around the globe. Let's meet Wolfpack.
Wolfpack Entertainment. It's every sense of the word. It's an entertainment company. We do events, but what we tried to do differently was to make our events cater to a certain group of individuals. So ours, what we normally do is we send out invitations to a select group of people, and we basically make sure it's a great networking opportunity for the people who come over. So Wolfpack Entertainment is an entertainment company.
So you mentioned a select group of people. So what kind of people or what class of people are you targeting?
We aim for young professionals, above all else. I mean, everybody can come if we invite you, but we really aim at the young professionals in and around Ghana. So, yeah.
Okay. So now I know that you are a group of young men.
And women.
Obviously.
There's a few women.
Okay, and women.
Yeah.
And obviously you have like your name, like Sila White Wolf.
Yes.
Obviously there's, I know there's Werewolf. And so can you go into the establishment as Wolfpack as a group?
Okay. Wolfpack as a group. Now, that's a bit different from the company because as a group, we're a group of individuals, men and women. They ask me all the time, why are there no any females in Wolfpack? There are a couple. Basically, a group of guys who came together and said, you know what, let's try and take control of our future. You know, we finished university, you know, you work 9 to 5, and then things got a bit difficult where, you know, even getting a 9 to 5 job is challenging. So we look out for people who are doing their own businesses or forming their own companies as a young, you know, as a young entrepreneur or as a young businessman. And we, funny enough, in Ghana, we are actually friends with a whole lot of people like these. And then we said, you know what, why don't we just come together and more or less protect each other in you know, in the world that we are in today. We have to team up and help each other out, you know, whether it be, you know, finding somewhere to take a good picture for a magazine. We have certain affiliates that we can call on and get things done just to form a basis of unity so we can have what we call our brothers to help out in any event. So we just basically teamed up, you know, and became Wolfpack.
Why this importance for a team? You know, you mentioned that you came together to team up to help each other. Why is it so important to you guys to do that, especially in Africa?
Because we've seen that in Africa it's not common. There's a lot of competition and there's a lot of, let's say, poverty and so many negative aspects that we see being portrayed about Africa when we're outside. Now, coming here, you can sense the youth are actually building their own class outside of politics, outside of age groups, outside of you know, anything that we are used to hearing if you speak about Africa. So we said, okay, you know what? Let's put everybody together because we've seen that if you unite, it actually works out better. I mean, there's a lot of wealthy individuals, you know, our elders, a lot of wealthy individuals who really tend to do things for themselves, you know. But we want to get into a point where we can actually call on our you know, next door neighbor, our brothers and, you know, the other guys and say, look, why can't we do this together and then help to build up a firm foundation? Because at some point, when the older generation is not here anymore, we'll have to take over. I mean, it's inevitable. It happens. Why don't we start building that foundation of unity and brotherhood from right now, and let that lead us into when we are ready to take over. It will help the whole, you know, if you look at West Africa, for example, because there's some Wolfpack guys in Nigeria, if you look at stuff like that, you see that very soon, when it's our time, we would already have unity and we would already know how to do business with each other, and we would have a firm foundation, a firm background in which we can use to say, this is our future and these are our brothers, and we're going to get away from the status quo. We're going to unite.
Now, Be Bold has heard a couple of rumors.
Yes, there's a lot of rumors.
Yeah, people say that Wolfpack, they're cults. What do you say to that?
What is a cult? We are a cult in what way?
Well, you know, a lot of negativity is associated with occultism.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Especially in the part of the world that we come from,
Yes.
you know. And then you guys, you're a group of people, obviously, young men trying to get along in life.
So,
But then
so that sounds like
you
a
guys,
cult.
no. Then you guys have your names, you named each other, and then there's these rings that
The wolf
you
rings, yep.
wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe.
It seems cultish because we want to succeed in life. We are not a cult, not at all. I know different groups, charity organizations that, you know, may also seem to be cultish. I think for all the work that we've done, there's never been any negativity or any, you know, what's the word? Any shady business, ever. Wolfpack, we promote integrity and unity. If that sounds like a cult, then maybe they need to revise what a cult means. We are not a cult. We don't operate like a cult at all. We just have loyal people who want to be a part of something bigger. They want to be a part in writing their future. And that is not a cult. So that's what I have to say to that. Yeah.
And how do you, I'm sure I'm not the first person to bring this up.
Yeah.
How do you handle this kind of thing?
This is the first time we've answered. We have bigger things on our plate. So we know people will talk, they'll say different type of things, but we're united, and as a united front, there's nothing that we can really not look over. But this is the first time we've answered. Normally we just brush it aside because we know it's not true, so we don't even give it a time of day. Yeah.
So I take it anyone can be a member of Wolfpack?
That's the thing. We look out for people. It's not like you can come and say, I want to join. How it really happens is a member has to say, hey, this guy over here is doing this, or girl, you know, this girl is doing this and that, and it would be a good addition to Wolfpack, because if you see what we're trying to do for ourselves and our communities and for the world as a whole, basically we are focused on youth empowerment. So if there's anybody with that same vision or goal to make sure that the youth actually are professional or successful, then we take a look, we take an interest in the person. For the whole Wolfpack, I think all around the world, because we are worldwide, I think everybody is inspired by our future. We have a certain vision that we want to, you know, fulfill. So that keeps us moving. Above all else, we have aspirations and we have things that we know we want to do in the future. We know where we want to be in the future, and we know that we have a big responsibility coming up. So knowing that we have all of these things on our plate, it inspires us to keep on working, keep on pushing against all odds. Me personally, what inspires me is just doing the right thing, being a good example. You see, why they even call me Silo White Wolf. Basically just shining out and showing a better way of doing things. I mean, we make mistakes, but we're young. We're young enough to make the mistakes. The main thing is that we have to try now. So by the time that you're ready to really take charge of bigger things, you've already had your, practicals, you've done your mistakes, you know what you're supposed to do. So we start off from now because we want to ensure that we will create a better future for our kids and our grandkids. We have to carry the mantle and start from now. So that's what inspires me.
And that was Wolfpack, everybody. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that they're a cult? I mean, we were talking about it a bit. What do you feel?
Well, not exactly a cult, but I love what they do. I love their whole idea and, bringing all the arts people together and really
promoting the
arts, which is great. But what I think I'm a little skeptical about is the fact that, let's say, if I wanted to be a wolf, can I be a wolf? I have to go get initiated, and then it becomes a lot more like a frat than if, I'm an arts person, I can call myself automatically a wolf, Are there any female wolves out there?
I think so. I think there's an angel wolf.
Angel wolf,
so
okay.
We'll find out about that.
But exciting. They should keep it up. We definitely promote it. And that's it, guys. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with some more.
Still to come on the show, the freshest Ghanaian Afro-pop rock band since Osibisa. Their dreams to change the sound of music in Ghana forever.